Hello, and welcome to Art Smart with Mrs. J. This week we're going to be making Zentangle landscapes. Enjoy! This week we're going to be creating Zentangle landscapes. And you guys have heard of landscapes before, right? A picture of the outside. But the Zentangle part is going to be a little bit different from something that we've done in the past. So I'm going to show you guys my landscape and then talk about those areas of the landscape that we need to include in our picture. So as you can see, I created a picture of the ocean. This is actually called a seascape. So you can either create a landscape or a seascape. A seascape is just a picture that has mostly water in it. It is not land-based, although I do have a little bit of land all the way in the back. So what you guys need to include is a foreground, right? The foreground is the thing that's closest to the viewer and lowest, I should say, lowest on the picture plane. The background, as we all know, is way in the back, right? So my little island with my lighthouse is in my background, and my middle ground is just in between the foreground and the background. So that's where I have this section and where my little boat is. So you guys are going to create any kind of landscape or seascape that you would like. You can make a desert, you can make an imaginary place, you can make a place that's real. It's entirely up to you. So what I'm going to do now that I created my landscape is I'm going to make sure it's in a couple different sections. And you want those sections to be nice and simple and large as well. Right, nothing is super tiny on it. I have one section here, another here, and then my lighthouse and my boat are divided into sections. Now I'm going to Zentangle in those areas, and Zentangle is when you add pattern or designs in those different areas, and usually they are all different from one another. So our goal is to try and make all different patterns and designs in each section of our landscape. And they don't even necessarily have to be patterns. They could be just designs that are kind of tangled into each other. It could look like a series of vines coming together. It could even be a couple flowers. It could be anything that you want. It's entirely up to you. So I'm going to show you my completed Zentangle, which I took the time to add sort of like a chevron pattern in the foreground. Right? I added some spirals in that middle ground, and then the background, I actually have two different sections. I have just horizontal lines, yeah, more or less horizontal, in one of my mountains, and then in the other, I have almost like a little sun design there. I also took the time to really go all out and fill in my sky as well. Right? I divided up those areas of the sky with the rays of the sun and then added different designs in there. I also was able to color it in, and if you're able to do that too, I think it really helps to bring out each individual area. And you guys can see that all of the land are different green colors, so they make each other stand out, right? They don't all just look like they're in the same area, really. They all kind of differentiate from each other. And in my sky, I made a pattern, more or less, or just I should say a symmetrical design with my colors, because I have this really light yellow here, and it's over here as well, right? And then that orange over here and here, and then there's like an orange red, and then a true red at the top. So that is my design. You'll also notice that you can hold a landscape either way. You can hold it vertically or horizontally, and it's entirely up to you. So I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with for your Zentangle landscapes, and I hope you enjoy the lesson. Bye guys. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe here and follow me on all my social media for more Art Smart content.